Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell. Hey, today's video I want to talk to you about don't let fear control you. I'm going to start this video a little differently than I usually do, which is just straight up talking to the camera. I'm going to start with a definition of what fear is, and then like a summary on where it comes from, okay? And then this is going to make sense for the rest of the video. Let me go ahead and pull up my audiobook right now for the book that I want to mention, and then a specific chapter in this book right here. Now, that's going to be this one right here. Okay, so fear is an emotional response to a perceived threat or danger, okay? Often triggering a range of physical and mental reactions to prepare the body to face or avoid harm. It's a fundamental, deeply rooted survival mechanism that has evolved over time to help individuals react to threats. In a biological sense, fear initiates a fight, flight, or freeze response. Okay, so when I read this, I got an image of my ex-girlfriend shutting down in the middle of like a conversation or an argument we were having. So I have like bad memories about that. So going back to that then, activating the sympathetic nervous system and releasing hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which prepare the body to respond quickly. Now, in summary, fear is both an ancient survival mechanism and a learned psychological response. That is what we're going to touch on in this video. It can come from direct threats or abstract concepts related to personal experiences, beliefs, and social context, which is often uncomfortable. Fear can serve as a protective role, guiding behavior in ways that promote safety and adaptation to one's environment. So basically, the fucking thoughts that you get in your head that are stopping you from doing something that you want to do when you know it's not going to hurt you, that is a fear response, okay? So the book I'm going to reference before I get into this one right here, let me back my wheelchair up because I feel like my head's cut off, is going to be The Untethered Soul, Chapter 11, Pain, the Price of Freedom. Dude, man, I'm actually listening to this chapter. I think I'm on like my 5th time going through this right now because this one just hits close to home, okay? This is what I help coach people to deal with and to get over, is moving past this pain, this fear, so they can live the life that they want to live. People, and I say this in God, almost all my videos at this point in time, people will do more to avoid pain, so that's going to be fight, flight, or freeze, than they will to gain pleasure, okay? That's just a natural biological thing. So with that being said then, fear, if we're going to talk about the psychological response, let me give you an example of something that I think everybody can deal with, and that's going to be fear of rejection. Fear of rejection is so there's fear of abandonment, fear of rejection. There's a lot of different fears that humans are born with and can develop over time based on how they were raised as a kid. But if you find yourself finding it very difficult to approach a guy or a girl that you want to get to know, depending on who you are watching this, that is a fear response to them rejecting you. So, this chapter right here basically says people who choose to allow this pain, or people who choose to avoid this pain, avoid feeling that pain, their life, their actions in life are going to be based on, basically, let me rephrase that. If you do something to avoid pain, you're basically living your life consumed by pain. So, in a sense, if you know you want to go up and talk to this girl, and you know she's probably the sweetest thing ever, and she's not going to hurt you, but you're scared to do it because you don't know if she's going to like you or not, that pain that you're feeling, that uncomfortableness of like, oh my God, I don't want to do it. What if she doesn't like me? What do I say? How do I want to, but I can't. I have something stopping me, and I don't know why. If you just, okay, you know what? Maybe another girl, maybe a different girl will be easier. You're choosing to let this pain control your life. That's what we're going to talk about, okay? I need you guys to really grasp this, what I'm going to say right here. Most people would rather live their lives based on feeling comfortable than doing something that makes them uncomfortable temporarily so they can live the life that they know they can live. This separates the winners from the losers. If you're somebody that works a 9 to 5 job and you're not doing anything to make more money, like starting a business, which is risky and you're going to get rejected and told no a lot, and you're just simply waking up, well, you know what, I have a 9 to 5 job and it pays the bills for now, and you know what, that's okay with me. I'm sorry, but in my head, you're a fucking loser. The winner on the other hand, if he's working a 9 to 5, but he knows he wants to make more money, this winner is maybe going to go and get a second job. This winner is maybe going to start like network marketing or maybe start his own business so he can start creating a second stream of income. So that way yes, he's busy working, but he's going to be financially better off than this person who's too scared to go and get a different job or like a second job or even leave this job to get a better job. Because this feeling of pain of like, oh, well, what if I can't get a new job? Or, oh, I've been with this company for a couple years, and if I just transfer to a new company, I might get paid more, but if they fire me, well, then I could lose both jobs, and then I won't get paid. Right? You're choosing to live in your comfort zone. If you're a guy, and I talk about this all the time, if you're a guy that's single and you want a girlfriend, you need to go out and meet girls, bro. You can't rely on dating apps for your whole fucking life. Be a man. Women want guys to approach them. I can teach you how to do it. I do it. It's not hard. It's not scary. Now, at first it might be, and I'm not saying that, I still get anxiety when it comes to approaching people, but when you realize, the more you do it, hey, women go up and ask for their name, they're going to give you their name. Go up and compliment them, they're going to say thank you for the most part. If you try to talk to them, and you understand how interest levels work, and if she likes you or not, well, you're going to pick that up. Oh, she's talking to me, she's asking me questions, that's a good sign. Oh, I asked her a question, and she just kind of gave me like a single answer. She's not really putting any effort in this conversation. Oh, now she's looking at her phone while I'm talking to her. Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave. See what I mean? It's not that bad. But if you're letting the fear of doing something, like the fear of something you want to do stop you from doing what you want to do, you're never going to live the life that you want to live, okay? And I understand that me just saying this is easier said than done. But this is why working with a coach like myself or any one of the other coaches out there that understand confidence, personal development, mindset can help you get over this hump. You want to start with like baby steps that you can repeat over time. So when I teach people social skills, I went into the deep end and I just started approaching girls. All you got to do is go up to them and say, hey, excuse me, what's your name? But even if that's too hard, then I'm going to tell you to go to like a grocery store or a mall, and if you see someone that looks at you, just say, hey, good morning. Hey, good afternoon. And you're going to see that most people will say, hey, good morning. Or you'd say, hey, how are you? They're going to say, I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing well too. Thank you. That's what I'm going to tell people to start. The more you do that, the more you're going to teach your brain. So a belief, remember, fear is based on a belief. So the more you go up and tell people good morning, and the more you hear good morning back, or like how are you, or you get like a good response back, you're reconditioning the beliefs that you have in your mind to start saying, hey, you know what? It's okay to talk to strangers. People, they will talk back to me. Cool. Yeah, great. I want to meet this girl. All well, you know what? I'm not going to know if she likes me or not unless I approach her. So if I don't approach her, the answer is going to be no. But all I got to do is go up to her and say, hey, excuse me, what's your name? Oh, Lisa. Hey, Lisa, it's so good to meet you. Yeah, it's good to meet you too. What's your name? Oh, I'm Mitchell. Hey, this outfit you have on, this color looks phenomenal on you, by the way. Oh my God, thank you. Yeah, girl, you're welcome. What are you working out today? Do you see it? Things just naturally evolve like that. And I can help you do that. So again, fear. So a lot of these conditions. Now again, that was I know I kind of like went on a tangent there about a couple different things, but I started originally with that fear of rejection to kind of help you understand where like fears come from. Okay, a lot of this is from like your childhood history, or if you have been in relationships with somebody that's cheated on you in the past. So for me, my dad cheated on my mom. I had a girlfriend that cheated on me. So that's two people in my life that have cheated on me and caused me that trauma, that abandonment. They're choosing somebody else over me. So that trauma right there is going to create a fear response. So like if your girlfriend goes out and does something with the girls, or if she goes out and goes by herself or does something with the girls, depending on where she goes, you might, or what she does, you might start being like, holy shit, is she out cheating on me? Even if you know she's not the type of person to do that. Okay? That's because a lot of these fear responses that we get over time from personal, what did it say right over here? Something about like personal experiences, traumatic experiences, is from trauma. The only way that you can get over the only way that you can get over this trauma is by, come on, up, up, hold on, my dog, up. The only way you can get over this trauma is you got to feel it to heal it, right? So if you are living in a constant state of pain or you're living in a constant state of fear, you likely know that you're doing it. You likely know what makes you uncomfortable, and you're going to avoid feeling these feelings because that's the only safe thing to do. You would rather live a life of being comfortable than facing your fear and learning that the situation that you're trying to do, so if it's like talking to a girl, starting a business, getting on a sales call for your first time, it's not as bad as you think it will, and or as you think it is. And until you start doing that, my dog was humping me. He's never done that before. He's never done that. So until you go out of your way to start experiencing things on the opposite side, you're always going to live an uncomfortable life. All right? Now, again, I'm beating a dead horse here. It's easier said to do something than actually doing it. So if your anxiety flares in a situation where you want to do something, so if you see a girl and you want to talk to her and your anxiety is flaring up, take a couple deep breaths then, relax, and just say, hey, you know what? What do I do? So I'm like, hey, fuck it, let's just do it. And then you just go and do it, okay? That's how I do it. You gotta reframe things. You know what? I don't know if she's gonna like me or not. And the only way I'm gonna find out is if I go up and talk to her. And you know what? If she does, cool. If she doesn't, all right, cool. Fuck it, let's do it. Excuse me, what's your name? All right? That's the only way to do it. You gotta like reframe things. So we're trying to recondition the way we think to over time say, hey, well, you know, I don't really know what's gonna happen. But if I don't do anything, okay, if I don't do anything, my life's not gonna get better, because I'm conditioning myself that this life that I'm living right now, based on this pain, this fear response, is the dominant factor here. Like, I would rather live in a constant state of fear than doing something to get the life that I want, right? I am purposely reciting myself here in this video, like without even thinking about it. I'm doing it on purpose because I need you guys to really understand that fear, it's all in your head. The words and the voices and the thoughts and the things you see and hear in your head, that's it. They're just in your head. And that's all coming down from a survival mechanism. So if you choose to listen to the thoughts in your head, which are going to tell you things to keep you safe, then yeah, man, you're always going to live in this state of fear. You're always going to live in this constant state of like stress. The cortisol going through your head is always going to be fucking high. I know people that live in these states of fear because that's how they were conditioned to live as a child. And it sucks because these people don't know they don't know how to stop doing this. And then you got someone like me trying to teach you guys that you have to recondition, hey, doing this thing, you know what, I'm never going to know the answer unless I go and do it. And a lot of it comes down to just really how bad you want to change. Like if you're at a point in life right now where your life kind of sucks, like if you're going through a breakup, for example, and you're forced into this state of shock, that pain is going to motivate you to want to do something. Remember, we're going to do more to avoid pain than we will to gain pleasure. So in this case, if you're going to learn how to meet new women so that way you can talk to more girls so you don't have to think about this breakup, you're doing something to avoid pain. And that is meeting new girls, which will ultimately get you pleasure in the long run of meeting new women that you can possibly date, talk to, hook up with, or be in a relationship with. That's why breakups are so powerful, because we're going to do things to avoid feeling that feeling of heartbreak all over again. So that's the easiest way to stop letting fear control you, is to have your significant other after a long amount of time fucking dump you out of nowhere and force you in a state of shock. Or you can work with someone like myself that can walk you through the baby steps of doing something. And that might be, okay, well, hey, if you're trying to learn how to talk to girls, for example, and it's scaring you, well, do you know how to approach girls? Well, I mean, like, I know how to talk to people, but like, I don't really know, like, what do I say to someone that I don't know? Bingo, okay, got it. Well, now I have something that's going to lessen that fear response in your head. Because the way I teach people how to go up and meet somebody, I can guarantee it works for everybody. I guarantee it. Hey, excuse me, what's your name? Works every time. You just have to have the balls to go up to that girl and talk to her. And if you know how to go up and talk to a girl, but you're too scared to do it, that tells me that you value this girl's opinion more than you should. You don't know her. You don't know if she's going to like you or not. And you're never going to know if she's going to like you or not unless you go up and approach her. And when you go up and approach her, you're going to see that talking to her is nowhere near as bad as you were making it out to be, because you were listening to the voices in your head. And then you have a coach like Mitchell just saying, bro, think about it. You're never going to know if this girl is going to like you or not unless you just go up and talk to her. So what's more important to you? Sitting in this state of silence and pain and not meeting this girl, or potentially meeting this girl and then dating her and hooking up with her and being in a relationship? What's more important? A hot girl that you want to talk to and you're telling yourself, no, I'm not good enough, or going up and meeting her and seeing where things go and it could possibly bloom into a relationship? What's more important in your life right now? That's an easy way to do it. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to end the video here about don't let fear control you or consume you, whatever I said. If you are a guy that is interested in getting better at dating and relationships, my new book is available. Click the link in the description. It's going to take you to a page where you'll see a video. I'm going to explain how my book's going to help you and why this book works so well. Same thing with my coaching. If you want to work with me in a one-on-one and really fast track your life right now, same things apply, okay? I'm going to list what kind of problems I help people with, and then basically how I'm going to help you when you work with me in coaching and why my coaching works so well. With that being said, guys, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.